Hey, my name is Ben Fraser. I'm the founder of Ready.Set.Van, based here in Trenton, New Jersey. Behind me is our latest Hudson build. It's built on a Sprinter 170 platform, all-wheel drive. It's an absolutely beautiful home inside with lots of details and amenities, and I freaking love this van, and I am super excited to share it with you. So let's go check it out. So let's start by going over some of the features on the outside of the van first. So up top, we've got an Orion roof rack with a Fiamma awning attached to it. Big fan of that awning. We've got some Pelican cases up there. They're quite large. Obviously, our AC unit and our max fan are up there as well. We've got 350 watts of solar up there. And we've also got a 5G router antenna that's up there. So that 5G antenna hooks up to our router that's in the van. This van has persistent Wi-Fi all the time. It's really sweet. One of the nice things about having a constant Wi-Fi connection in your van is you can add all kinds of smart home devices. So actually we use these two 360-degree ball mount security cameras that are up there. So they're always connected to Wi-Fi, which means you can get alerts, you can look around on your camera. It's kind of full of all kinds of features. It's pretty cool. We also put a whole lighting setup on here. So we got a light bar up there, we got scene lights all around. All that stuff's controlled by a 6-shooter switch panel that's in the dash there. You can also control that stuff by your phone as well. So that's nice if you're sitting by the campfire and you just want to like turn on your scene lights a little bit just to see what's going on. Piece of cake, which is great. One of the things that I think is super nice, such a nice feature on this van, is the combination of the electric slider door and the automatic power step. I don't know why, but I just think it's so nice to be able to press a button and have the door open automatically and the step come out automatically. And it's like you're home just saying to you, you're back, come on inside. I kind of love it. The other nice thing is that this running board, in my opinion, is the best functional choice. You otherwise could go with a sort of fixed running board, but the fixed running boards are going to be all the way up about here, which is like annoyingly high, especially on an all-wheel drive Sprinter. It's going to be pretty high. If you had a fixed running board that was down this low, which is a nice height, you'd smash it into something. So that's not good. So it kind of has to be retractable. But it being retractable means that it's just kind of exactly what you want, and then it goes away when you don't need it. And then you end up with just like a really nice staircase going in your van. I want to show you this next. So I spent a lot of time really trying to get this slider table exactly the way I wanted it. This outside table, I think, is one of my favorite places in the van. I love cooking food and preparing food, and I like doing it outside whenever possible. And for me, that would be one of the main uses of this table. It's 35 inches off the ground, so it's a good working height. There's an outlet right here, so you could use a remote induction cooktop here as well. There's a USB outlet here as well, so you can charge your devices and throw them down here. When designing this table, I didn't want it just made out of wood because it's going to be on the outside of the slider. It's going to get wet. The examples I've seen where people make them out of plywood or whatever, they don't hold up that well. So I decided to make this acrylic and hardwood composite table. And one of the nice things about that is we were able to hide a lot of the hardware. So the hardware that holds this strap in place is completely concealed inside. Same thing with the hinge hardware. You can't see any of the screws or the bolts or any of that that's holding this in place, which is really nice. Keeps it super minimal, which is something I very much like. We have this little cutting board that's held in with magnets there. Again, maybe I'm like to cook more than some people, but coming out here, doing some prep, getting that kind of stuff done would just be kind of what I would love to do. If you do have a knife or any cutlery or anything like that you want to kind of make space in your work area here, there are magnets along in this magnet bar, so you can stick your stuff up there. Also, these magnets correspond to magnets that are embedded inside the table here. So that's actually what keeps the table up, is the same magnets that you then can also use for your cutlery. And then I designed this 3D printed light fixture, which I really love. It's the light element itself is way up inside, and so it's a very directional light right on the work area here. So it means that you have nice task lighting right here, but then it's indirect lighting for kind of everywhere else around here. So it's going to cast some light around the van, but it's going to be kind of a soft light. So if people are sitting over by the campfire or something, they're not going to have this this really bright light shining in their face. I'm really pleased with the way this whole thing came together. Why don't I give you a tour of the kitchen? So this client chose walnut for their kitchen countertop and their other interior surfaces. And I have to say, I absolutely love walnut. I think, you know, it's probably 20 years ago, I built my kitchen out of walnut, and that was like the first like real deep craftsman project that I did, you know, using hardwood and planing it down. And I just love the depth and the richness of walnut. I also love that it's indigenous to this area. So all of the wood that, not this countertop, but the rest of the hardwood that we ever build with, all that walnut, it literally came from, you know, within probably 15 miles of here, which is really cool. Of course, everything we make here, we cut on the CNC machine, so it gives us a tremendous amount of precision, allows us to really kind of flush this sink in nicely. Also means that we can grain match this cutting board here. So basically that just means that this piece of wood, you know, was in this place on the CNC, it cut the other stuff around, and it just means that as it sits here, the pattern of the wood passes through naturally, and it just looks like this piece of wood belongs here. Which is, you know, it's just a nice little touch. We have this, you know, it's funny, we have this Rivati sink. I think we've installed this sink in almost every single van we've built to date. It's just been a great sink. You know, why change it up if it just works great? This client decided to go with a 2 induction cooktop. We can do with 1 or 2. It's really just user preference. You know, if you do 1, you get a little more space here. You can also then, you know, have a portable second unit in that case. So if you know, for the times that you do want to have 2 pots going, you do that. This is a 55-inch kitchen. So we can actually put 2 different kitchens in the Hudson. This is our large kitchen or full kitchen. We also have like a 2/3 size kitchen. This is such a nice amount of space, I have to say. You can really spread out. It's, you know, 2 people could be working here. Feels like a real luxury to have this much room. Of course, over here we have, you know, our dimmers. All our lights are on dimmers. We have an outlet, 12-volt USB. We have our inverter switch here, and we have our Webasto heater control right over here. Underneath the countertop, we've got lots of drawers. One of the things that is unique to Ready.Set.Van is our drawer locking system. So if you've ever used an RV before, or even a boat, you probably know the various different drawer kind of latching mechanisms that exist. You know, some of them you push a little button in, it pops out, and then you got to pull it out. The RV latches, like, they snap in and then they snap out, but they take quite a bit of force. There's a bunch of different kinds. None of them are great. They all have like flaws that are kind of annoying. I really wanted a drawer locking system that just behaved like your drawers in your home. So if you notice this drawer, you just close and it goes in. You open it up. There's no visible latching system. There's no stuff like that. So the way our drawer locking system works is that on the back of all of these drawers, we have an electromagnetic locking system. So without really having to think about it, it just sort of happens automatically. You turn on the car, and basically, as soon as that happens, all of those electromagnets in the back of these drawers snap all the drawers shut. You don't even really hear anything, it just happens. If the van is on and you come over here and you try to open one of these drawers, it's just not going to open. And it's about 50 pounds of pulling force to try and break that electromagnet. So you're just not going to do it. If you do need to access any of these drawers while the van is running, maybe while you're driving, or maybe you're idling it to charge or something else, we have an override switch here to turn off the auto locks. Normally you'll just leave them on, but if you need to override them, you pop them off. And that system has been working fantastically. I absolutely love it. I don't know why, honestly, no one else has ever done this, because it seems sort of obvious, but I'm just really pleased that we've found a solution that works well and, you know, allows your kitchen to feel more like your kitchen at home. We've also got a whole bunch of drawers behind me here. So one of the nice things about this full kitchen in the Hudson is you get a lot of drawer space. So these rear drawers here, they're 16 inches wide. Which is just super. It's like, what a luxury to have this much space. They're really super. There's one drawer here that is a special drawer. This is our step drawer. This is rated for, I don't know, 300 pounds or something like that. But this is designed basically, you can step on this and get up into bed. So that makes it really easy to get in and out of bed. No problem. Of course, there's storage underneath as well. And to close it, you just lift this lock and slide it in. And that's all there is to that. And underneath we have our CRX80 fridge. We love this fridge. It has a freezer up top. It's just kind of a really nice size. We're a big fan of it. One of the things we do in all of our kitchens is we put a hidden kick drawer underneath as well. So it's really nice because it's kind of out of sight. No one's really going to know it's there. In my experience, people either put guns, drugs, passports, money, or all of the above. And then behind me here, we have this pass-through into our garage, and then this ramp that the client wanted us to build for their dog. And so we're going to put a traction surface on here, and then our client's going to train their dog to run up this ramp and jump up into bed. I'm excited to see how that goes, and hopefully that works out good. Let me show you the shower. Of course, with the extra build volume that the Sprinter 170 has, we can kind of make just about everything a little bit bigger, make it a little bit more luxurious, and that's certainly true with the shower. So this is a 36-inch wide shower. It's the biggest that we do. Of course, we use white acrylic on the inside, just as we do with all of our showers. We love that just because it has this really nice white, clean look. It's very glass-like appearance to it. It's just modern and nice. And of course, we have a teak floor on the bottom. So honestly, this bathroom I think is a little better than mine at home. We have a Thetford toilet in this van, but we can put just about any toilet in here. We have our shower mixer over there. You know, this has a 4-gallon hot water heater hooked up to it. That heater is turned up to the hottest setting, so you don't have to use very much hot water to get a good shower temperature out of this. So you can actually take a 10-minute shower, no problem in here. I've heard people take longer. You know, your mileage may vary. But anyway, it's great. It's a great space. We have a retractable door there as well. And then we had a little more room that we didn't know what to do with, so we made these really nice pantries here. I'm a huge fan of these pantries. You know, who doesn't want more storage in their van? They're just really functional. They store a lot of stuff in such a tiny little space. That's so cool. Let's check this out. So back when we built the very first Highline, I was completely surprised by how much I absolutely loved this seat in that van. I don't know why. I think maybe I just loved my base camper seating, the open plan of that so much. But what I love so much about this seat is, first of all, I love the arrangement with all 3 chairs here. Like socially, it's just wonderful. You're all close together. It's just really great. Actually, quite often in the shop, there will be a time where we've got a van that's just sitting here like this one is, and all of a sudden there'll be 3 or 4 people hanging out in here. And it's just very conducive to conversation and hanging out. One of the things that is so nice about this is having this window right here. I think it's a 26-inch window here. I mean, it's just huge. And, you know, the idea of being able to sit here by the shore or something with just this fresh air and being able to look out, and maybe I'm sitting here and I've got my laptop and maybe I'm doing some work or maybe I'm reading. I just love this. This window, of course, has an integrated bug screen and an integrated blackout shade as well. This light appears on a dimmer right here, so we can turn it up and down. This is a particularly nice spot if you're traveling with somebody else and they want to take a nap and you want to do something up here. You know, those lights can be off there, and you can be doing pretty much whatever you want over here. You're not going to bother that person, which is always nice. If you wake up in the middle of the night or something, you don't want to disturb your partner. It's nice to have kind of separate spaces when you need them. So below my seat here, I have 2 more drawers for storage. And then above me, we have 2 overhead cabinets. The forward one is open for storage, and the rear one conceals a little microwave, which is super handy to have on board, but also kind of nice not to be looking at all the time. Let's go check out the bedroom. So once again, the build volume of a Sprinter 170 really let us go over the top in terms of space and comfort. What we have here is what some mattress professional out there calls an RV Short King, which is a mattress that is 75 inches long in that direction, 72 inches wide in this direction. You know, if you were to swap out your King mattress at home and put this there, I think you'd be pretty disappointed. But in a van, this is pure luxury. It really doesn't get any better than this. It's like we've gone wall to wall with mattress, and we've gone about as long as we can go. It's a super comfortable 8-inch foam mattress. Who wouldn't want this much bed? We've also got a couple windows over here. So these are the same style window as we have up over there in the dinette. In fact, these are the same width. These are 26 inches wide. These awning out as well. To me, unfortunately, I haven't had the luxury of sleeping in one of these. I really would like to own a Hudson myself, hopefully soon. But to me, the thought of lying down in this bed, having these windows open, especially on a like a rainy summer day or summer night when it's kind of humid and you really want that cross breeze, just the fresh air. You know, because these windows awning, you can leave them open in the rain. This just seems like a magical scenario in that kind of environment. So I'm very excited about this whole thing. I hope to experience it myself soon, hopefully. We also have so we got some overheads up over here, lots of storage, good for clothes and things like that. This client asked us to install a little 12-volt fan, so we put that over here for them. And back in the corner here, we have a fun little project. One of the really nice things that's happened at Ready.Set.Van this year is that we've been able to hire a full-time industrial designer on staff, and that has really changed so many things here. It's really kind of made so many things possible that just weren't possible before. Previously, almost all of the design work was on my shoulders, and now we have somebody who's really kind of taking charge. And that's absolutely wonderful. And an example of just some random little project that person did are these two Sonos speakers in the corner here. We 3D printed these nice little mounts that mount to the wall. In the bottom of this 3D printed mount is a wireless charging base. So these little speakers, you can just lift them out of there, take them when you want to use them, pop them back in, they'll start charging again. This RV Short King mattress is huge, and unsurprisingly, the garage below is also huge. So let's go check that out. So the garage area in the Hudson is, of course, huge. It's flanked by our 2 utility cabs on both sides. This side is our plumbing cabinet with a 30-gallon water tank, 4-gallon hot water tank. All of our pumps and everything are in there. Winterizing the water system is a matter of minutes. There's literally one switch that you flip. There are a whole series of ball valves that will open up automatically, electrically, different parts of the system. All of the water in your system will drain out under your van, and that's it. You're done. No RV antifreeze, none of that stuff. It's literally just flip one switch and you're done, which is awesome. Over on the electrical cabinet side, we've got an 840 amp hour battery bank that's feeding into a 3000 watt Victron inverter. That inverter is a beast. It's basically the best inverter money can buy. Whole bunch of other things in there as well, of course. One thing that's nice that we do here is we always put your main cutoff switch right out here. So if you're not going to be using it for the van for a little bit, just flip that switch and all your systems will shut down. So it's a nice quick way to shut your whole van down. This up here is the box for the box out for the dog ramp that I showed you earlier. So normally on a Hudson, that would just be clear space. In this one, obviously, it's not. And this is the coolest thing ever. Check this out. So just like that, you can pull your whole garage outside your van. You can get to the stuff that's in the back. You can rearrange things, do whatever you're gonna do, and then that's it. It's pretty cool. That is super convenient, because I have to tell you, this garage is about 80 inches deep. And if you needed something that was like halfway in there or 2/3 of the way in there or all the way down there, it'd be pretty annoying. So pretty sweet. Let's go back around the side and wrap up this tour. Thanks for coming along on this tour. I'm so proud of the team that built this van, and I'm just super thankful actually for the entire crew that we have here at Ready.Set.Van. It's pretty wonderful. Tomorrow, these clients are going to be taking delivery of this van, and I'm super excited to see the look on their faces and to see what they get into. Maybe see some photos, hear some stories. I'm sure it's going to be great. So thanks for watching. I hope you're having a great day. Peace.